Black folks believe there's a heaven down there. Well,
Samantha Heart Art. And Miss Lou V. Good afternoon. What's up? Thought I'd do a little streaming for an hour or so while I can continue working on something for work. Like a legit work thing. Legit things are the best. Yeah, Samantha, you called it. So yes, it is a game. It is Trivial Pursuit. So the game company I'm working for, we're doing a version of Trivial Pursuit. And I'm actually working with a third-party company out in, I want to say they're in San Francisco. No, they're in LA, somewhere in the West Coast, either California somewhere, San Francisco or LA. And Tiny Castle is the name. Anyway, we're bringing this to life, and I wanted to do sort of a mock-up of an idea for how much character the little wheel that holds the little wedges, how much character we can sort of give it. So I wanted to do just a little test animation to show them. It's going to be done in 3D, but I'm just using Animate to just sort of literally wireframe it. I'm using the line tool for most of this. And I just want to show them how. My idea is that the tray is kind of like bubbly rubbery. It does a lot of squashing and stretching. And I want it to animate a lot, and I want the tray to spin and rotate 360 degrees and roll on its side and do all these things. And I want all these little pieces to fall out a lot, but then always find their way back. Like there's some sort of gravitational force that pulls them always back into their slots. So they'll spill out a lot, but they're always jumping back in, kind of like a mother duck and her little chicks. You know what I mean? Nothing as fun as what I'm doing. It's beautiful so far. Cheese chart. Yes, thank you. It's kind of fun working like this, where I'm not even like worried about color. So this is just that. This is just the wheel. Squash and stretch. Every single, pardon me, stroke was done on a different layer. So I could shape tween them, and then I converted it all to keyframes and all that fun stuff. And I just made it bounce. And now I'm just doing all the wedges. And I might fill it in with color, or I might just send this as is to the developers and just say, here's my idea. That's cool. Sliders, photo sliders are fun. So yeah, I'm just trying to get this to kind of look and work the way I want it to. I probably will fill it in just because it's really kind of hard to understand it. So yeah, I'm gonna add 3 more of these wedges.
Possibly like probably, which all just turns to I will. I'm building swimming pools of liquor, so I might spill 5 fingers.
So now I'm just working backwards. I know where it's going to end up, so I just leave that keyframe right there. Okay. Might want to have this one start way back here. No. Change my mind. Epic. So this music, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I did a couple of web searches for some royalty-free music and downloaded a bunch, and I got like a 2 or 2.5 hour playlist in iTunes, of music. Some I like, most I like. Some, whatever I don't like, I just delete from the list. And then I uploaded, what's today, Thursday? Tuesday's stream to YouTube, and it flagged 2 of the songs, so I just deleted them. But all the other ones seem to have been fine. But yeah, I kind of get tired of some of the other bossa nova stuff I was playing for the last couple weeks. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. It is. It's kind of cool. It's upbeat. It's fun. So I'm psyched to find some cool music. Oh wait, what am I doing? So this comes in. Boom. Goes up. What does the other ones do? Bounce up. Bounce and then... Alright, so it's 3 bounces for some of these. I don't have to do them all exactly the same, but I will. Yeah. So alright, so it hits, bounces up. Yeah, that's what I'm not doing. Oops. That's better. All right, 2 more. Yeah, Mike Milo is awesome addition to the team. Yeah, it has just been me for animation. I'm sort of shocked. Yeah, Jazza hasn't been around in months. What has happened to him? I thought he would be like ever since he did that 1 week in San Francisco. For those 3 days, I thought he'd be a regular. Especially being in Australia, he would. Well, I don't know. That'd probably be in the middle of the night for him. I don't know. Maybe it just didn't work out, or he's just too busy doing his own thing. Do not know. Why isn't this opening? I'm trying to open up another file. Weird. It's weird. I'm trying to open up this one file and it won't open. Oh, I know why. It's not the file I'm looking for. No, I don't have it. That's all right. Twin Butterfly, hello. Yes, please. This is a lurk-free zone. Or I should say lurk. What am I trying to say? You are most welcome to lurk. He was really busy. Wow. Yeah. Well, good for him. I mean, he's super popular. He's really good. But yeah, Mike is great. I wish we got that dual stream going. I really do. I was really looking forward to hanging out. I don't know if we'll ever get it going because it's so hard. We've tried like 2 or 3 times, and we just keep on getting just technical glitches. We wanted to have it too, so that you could see my screen working, you could see him working, pulling up, doing some sort of animation thing. So, lurk to your heart, exactly. Lurk safe zone. That's probably what I was trying to say. All right, let's do. We have blue, orange, red, green. With a purple base. Doesn't really matter. I'll just do bright yellow for the next one. Doesn't really matter. And yeah, I'm actually psyched to stream tonight. I have a night where I'm just trying to get some work done. I figured, why not stream? I never stream on my own, so I figured may as well tonight. Oh, did you watch? Yeah, when he streamed solo on Adobe had issues, so yeah, he blames the stuff not working on why you guys couldn't do it. It was we were using Zoom.us, so to create basically a web meeting that he would join, and then I was capturing through the browser the window that he was broadcasting his video on, and then it was audio, and then he was also streaming on Twitch his desktop so he could see his copy of Animate. So there's a lot of this going on, but you know, it's just sort of a makeshift kind of process. And Zoom, turns out, I forget who told us this, I think it was Beetle said that it's very processor intensive for some reason. And because as soon as we turned on Zoom, my fan just started kicking in overdrive, and everything just started to chug and bog down, and his frame rate dropped considerably. So it was just a bummer. So they're looking into different ways. I was a guest on when Molten Ink, one of his streams on Adobe, but I didn't share my desktop at all. It was just I Skyped with him, and he captured my Skype window, and it was just my big head on his screen, and I was just yapping. So, and that worked fine, but I don't know. There was just issues with Mike, and it wasn't Mike. I don't think it was his end. I think it was maybe it was a combination of whatever was going on his end and using Zoom. So we've determined that Zoom is not working. Plus, it's hard to troubleshoot remotely. So this is what, the fifth wheel? Yeah. This is a weird song. Who's on Adobe's channel right now? I don't even know when Milo's streaming. Is he streaming weekly? He's really good though. I love his style. He's going to be a good addition, I think. I'll learn a lot from him, that's for sure. Doing. I keep on having to remind myself what I'm doing. It was one initial bounce, two initial bounce, and a third bounce. Okay. One initial bounce. Let's go up again. Oops, wrong ease. Ease out. Ease in. And then just bump this up a couple of pixels and then done. Sour please. What does that mean? Sour please. Alright, we got one more pie chart to do. I should also find the actual colors for this game. You know what I'm going to do too? I'm going to add a shadow to this. Actually, if I was smart, which I'm not always. Grab this. And I'll know now that this is my shadow shape. Yeah. Shadow. Okay, now lands there. Boom. Oh, what color, what color? Blue, green, orange. I don't want to do brown. Might have to do brown. Purple. I already have purple. Pink. Yeah, you know what? Now let's just do. It'll be brown. It'll be brown. Oh, it's getting complicated. Whoops. Purple? Alright. I'm with you on the purple thing. Aw. It was nothing. Purple's cool. I mean, I drive a purple car, believe it or not. Oops, I did that wrong. Oh, you know what? Well, I didn't do it totally wrong. I just wasn't thinking through it. My car is purple, but it's not like this kind of purple. It's a very dark purple. It almost looks black. But if the light hits it, yeah, you definitely can see the purple part. Alright, so this is going to be about that tall. And... oh wait, I want that stroke. I'm getting confused. Dark purple is pretty. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool color car. I don't know, they actually don't call it purple, they call it something else. Like a blackberry, I think. I don't know. Gotta go make dinner. I wish I could stay and watch this by Keyframer and chat. Samantha Hard Art, I'm glad you were here for the time you spent. Always a pleasure. I appreciate it. My little impromptu stream. Alright, I want to make this a little bit like it would actually fit in. So let's make it a little smaller. I'm being a little too anal retentive with the details of this, but I don't care. I don't care. This is literally just a mock-up anyway. Alright, so it's good enough. This will be wedge. Oh wait, I don't even know if it's the right height. Could be a little taller. Could be a little taller. So, bump that down to there. Okay. The final wedge. Maybe this one takes a little longer to get down. Right? There's a certain rhythm to this, but then the last one is always like super late. Yeah, so it literally starts there. Okay. Boom. Why does it look thinner than the rest? I guess it isn't. And you know what? Layer ordering wise, it would be below yellow or behind yellow. Where's yellow? Up here? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, good. Blue should be behind everything. Good. Jesse J. Jones, hello. Hello, hello. Alright, let's make it bounce. Thanks, Jesse J. Jones. So this is for anyone just joining. Hold on. This is just a mock-up. So for the company I work for, which is a game company, we're doing a title called Trivial Pursuit, which you may or may not be familiar with. It's a trivia game, and there's a wheel, which every little wedge you earn, you put your little wedge in the wheel and you fill it up. There's 6 wedges and stuff. Anyway, we're doing it it's a mobile game, and it's being built in 3D and Unity and all that. But I'm working with a company out on the West Coast here in the United States, and anyway, they're just looking for some art direction, and I want to sort of bring the wheel to life. I'm the art director, and I want to bring the wheel to life, and I want the wheel to have, I want the holder for all the wedges to be like the parent, the mom, the mommy, so to speak, and all these wedges are like the children, and the wheel, I want it to bring it to life and have a lot of personality and squash and stretch and animate in 3D and do all these fun things, do flips, you know, roll on its side like a wheel, and wobble, and I don't know, all these things, and I want the wedges to constantly be falling out, but every time it settles down, the wedges find their way back in. You know, all relatively quickly, but I just want them to have a lot of personality without throwing big googly eyes on them and mouths and making them into like actual characters. So I want to bring them to life in kind of a fun way. Hopefully we can do it, but I want to be able to talk about it as one thing, but I like mocking stuff up to show them. It seems to like, the production seems to go a lot faster when I do stuff like that. So this is going up and then it comes down. And then it's going to go up a little more. So I'm just doing this in sort of a wireframe mode, just using the line tool, just to get the basic idea down. I'll probably fill these all in with solid colors, just so it looks better. I might actually duplicate this as a scene, and then, you know, I don't know if you realize we have scenes in Animate, and it's fun to do that. I could sort of do a step-by-step by duplicating scenes and working as I go. It's wheel wife. Yeah, that's good. That's funny. Yes, I do. I kind of want it to feel real. Exactly. All right, so I want this to come up a little bit more. One more time. Drop down. A few pixels like that. Classic tween. Oh, I want he's in, and then just bump this up a couple of pixels, and that's the final bump. Alright, so that's gonna look like this. Timing wise, I think we're good. And then the last one. I don't like the way it settles in. It's a little slow. I don't know, something weird. Something doesn't feel quite. Yeah, there's like an E's missing. I can see it. Right here, I think. Oh, there's an E's there. And an E's there. Yeah, it's just weird. Then maybe it jumps up too high. It hits, it goes up too high. Yeah, that's better. I don't know, this seems to hang up here too. I get hung up on certain details all the time. I look at things too long sometimes. It's good enough. Thank you, Jesse J. Jones. Looks awesome so far. Well, I just wanted to stop by and say, hey, have a great stream. Thank you, Jesse J. Jones. I'm not going to stream too long. I've got a bunch of stuff to do. I'm heading out tomorrow for the weekend for a couple of gigs with the band. I got to pack my gear. So I'll go another half hour or so. But thank you for stopping by. All right, so let's duplicate the scene and continue working. So here's the scene window. This is the scene I'm in by default, and let's duplicate it. I call it scene 2. Cool. So now I have 2 scenes. Actually, we're going to be just shading this thing in anyway, so it's going to affect the other scene no matter what I do, unless I duplicate all these symbols, which will be kind of a pain. You know what I'll do? I'll just save this as yeah. All right, now you know what, too? I realize I'll have to do some masking and stuff, but because the wheel is behind everything. But for now, let's mix some colors. Let's see. This is going to be crazy bright red. Phil. Why you know Phil? Definitely gets the idea across. Alright, now I'm going to figure out masking wise to get these to work.
My name ain't Mikey, but yeah, you know why? Cause I don't give a fuck. That's why it doesn't matter whether I'm cool or not. Just a taste of the words gives me the...
Alright, so. First one is blue. Let's mask the blue. Oh, it's gonna be difficult. Let's see. Can we do this? Hadn't thought through this part of it. Getting these things to look like they're going inside a nested animation. So let's do. Let's think. Mask seems to be the easiest way. We don't have to do a little bit of an animated mask. Unless I push all these things down a bit. Oh, you know what I was doing? Moving the wrong thing. Hold on. Alright, let's bring this back a little bit more. This will be easier. Alright, so let's create a mask for this layer, which will be
get up on my seat, feel my nose bleed, hear my ears ring. I guess that's what you call too much of a good thing. Bottle after volley and you're getting shitty. Bitty after bitty and you're squeezing on the titties. Wake up in the morning and my dick stings. I guess that's what you call too much.
Alright, one mask down. Almost there. Oh, 4 more masks, and we're there. Okay, so that's...
One more time.
silly.
Play that soul.
I wish I was a little bit taller, so every time I step into the record store, I wouldn't have to holler. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm only 5'6", got the bricks for the fix to raise me up an inch. I can see the Whitney records from here, they're in my view. If you could help me for a second, I will always love you. She's my girl. Oh wait, was that CCR too? Man, go back up the ladder, I'm about to revive you. They call me Proud Mary, got a spell on you. If you heard it through the grapevine, then you know that it's true. It's like this and like that, satisfaction, boo. You can push me and touch me if you really want to. This is Ivy on the mic with the quad in view. You can call me Redwood when this beat rolls through, cause the roots are so deep, they'd swallow you. Plus we always so high, we be taller than all of you.
Whoops again. Alright. 3 down.
Life of insanity, reality shook. So many things humanity took. Blood on the vanity and panicking crook. Pulling on my hair can't damage these roots. Way before rhythm, there was just the blues. In a time where soul was better than shoes. Before Sam Cooke meant the front page news. And way before Smokey just wanted to cruise. Fast Time I Know just sang about Heather. Magic being made over at Chess Records. Al Green just wanna stay together. And my boy Rob John sold his soul to the devil forever.
I was raised in the days of Al Green and Otis, Brown Queens and Oldies, Jazz Swing the Soul Kings. Anita's what you call a heater with some coal playing loud in the background, bow for the black crowd. But it ain't about the color, follow that with some Elton John, Benny and the Jets, that's a fat sound. It's a fact how the past is coming back round. Everybody loves a new nostalgia, so get down.
Yo, born amidst the era of gold when I heard my daddy's vinyl through the flow. From Marvin to Luther to Patty to Whitney, McCartney to the Bee Gees, MJ. Who would have thought revolution of records would bring about evolution for the better? My soul come for those that paved the road. Play it like a console and I take control.
Bill Axe says, this is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Just having a little fun. Mocking something up. Just applying some masks. Let's see if that's high enough. Nope. It's cut right there. Okay.
You got me crazy, you got me insane. I can't get over you. I blackmail Cupid, I admit it's stupid. Usually don't do this, you making me lose it.
You'll never do enough. Boy, I love playing tough. I'll crush your heart to dust. It just gives me such a rush.
You look sweet as ice cream cones.
My heart's a cold stone.
Your eyes, they drive me crazy.
You want to learn how to do that masking? Yeah, masking's cool. It definitely works differently in Animate than it does, say, in Photoshop. It's like the reverse. It works in the opposite direction. So you're masking. What you're masking is the area that you're going to actually see the object in, as opposed to hiding the object. And there's no way to invert a mask in Animate, which would be cool. But this is the way it works. So all I'm doing is creating a new layer, placing a shape inside that layer, and then ultimately I convert it to a mask, which I can do anytime. I right-click over it and just say mask, and you'll see the layer directly below it gets assigned to it. You can see because it's offset. Where is my... There it is. This is what I need. And so you need to unlock the layer to see that shape. It's just a simple shape that is dictating the mask area. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's cool. That's, you got everyone started somewhere, right? So yeah, you're just drawing by hand and scanning and painting digitally. Yeah, I still do that. That's still like a valid workflow for sure. I was doing it in the last stream where for character design I drew, well, I didn't start on paper, but I usually do. I started in Photoshop just to sketch. It may as well have been done on paper. And then bring that into Animate and redraw and clean it up. So let's see. Bounces back up, and there's plenty of mask there, so that should work. So all the pieces are masked. I might fill in the shape, the base shape, and call it a day. Boom. Oh, and there's some frames at the end that need to be cleaned up. There. Alright, let's go into this shape here. Oh, you know what? I forgot that this wheel is across a bunch of... I wonder, I don't think I have the ability to merge, do I? I don't think I... Oh yes, there is a merge layers command. Sorry, I knew it was somewhere. Alright, so merge these layers. Do it. Thank you. That's what I want. So now I can fill. Delete. Alright, so now everything is on its own layer, which is awesome. Alright, so let's just fill this in with a nice dark purple. Fill. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to break it all apart, don't I? There. No, wrong color. Now I'm gonna give you something that you walk and vibe with. Why are you doing that? Me on the track, know it's a top hit. Right, can't stop keeping your head from bobbing, so you make the track kick like a monk Shaolin. I'm taking off like a Tony Stark jetpack. Most rappers got me feeling tired like a jet lag. I just wanna make an impact for the love instead of doing it for just cash. Influential, people take my style and make it trendy. Impress peeps cause I got more boss than Nestle. Been a legend like Jordan or Gretzky since I moved west of Cali, settled in the SD. See, back in Michigan I had the benefit of learning how to shine. Now I got the city lit. Been rocking mics for years, getting people jumping out their chairs. Now I'm right here, bringing heat like a... Can I recommend a tablet similar to the one that you're using that's relatively affordable? I'm in awe. So the one I'm using is a Wacom Cintiq 22. One thing I would definitely do is search on eBay or even Craigslist for something similar that's used. They're really nice. They're expensive, brand new. They're, I don't know, $1,500 or something. This is a 22 without touch. They make them in usually 2 different versions, with or without touch. I'm happy without the touch to save a few bucks. Then there's also these bad boys right here. The Wacom Intuos Pros. This is the medium size. There's no screen, obviously, integrated with it, but I love them almost just as much for different reasons. It's portable. It's about the same size as my MacBook Pro 15-inch screen, and fits in my computer bag. It's great. It's wireless. But I would search eBay if you want a Cintiq. There's definitely older ones. I had an older one once that I bought used off of someone on Facebook, and it was, you know, it didn't even look like this. It wasn't widescreen or anything. It was very old, and it worked. I had it for, you know, a number of years. I think what I'm going to do is delete the stroke. And then I ended up selling that. I forget how. I think I bought it for like, I don't know, $1,400. At work I have a 24 HD, 24-inch. It's nice. It's huge. It weighs 60 pounds. It's not the easiest thing to carry around. Not that you would. But at least this 22 is somewhat more portable. I mean, I could actually, wouldn't be far-fetched to say bring it somewhere if I was working somewhere for a week. But the 24 is, I mean, yeah, the 24 is huge. It's got a big base to it. It doesn't swivel like this does. So that's something to consider. It's important to you. I like the swivel. So yeah, I don't know. This one is actually a demo unit from Wacom. It's the unit that when schools or studios want to try it to see if they like it, this is what gets sent. And I have it. I don't know how long I'll have it for, but they sent it to me to trial, which they'll sometimes do with some of their products, which is nice. So I don't know how long I'll have this for. I had a bunch of Wacom stuff for a little while last year or 2 years ago. They sent me a 22-inch. They sent me a companion. They sent me the 13-inch Cintiq. I had a ton. I looked like a small Wacom store. And eventually it all had to get sent back. But so then I was only with a Wacom an Intuos Pro for a while, which was fine. Beggars can't be choosers. But then when I started streaming, they said, hey, we'll send you that demo unit back for a while you're streaming, which is why I have that Cintiq camera going, because it's cool to showcase it. Alright, so here's that wheel. And let's test the movie. Cool. So this is, I'm just going to send probably tomorrow to the company out in the West Coast that's producing the game for, you know what I need to do? Duh. I need to, oh, you know what it is? It's playing a scene that I forgot to delete. Duh. There's 2 scenes in here. Yeah, that's the one. So let me go to Window. I was like, I know I applied masks. Alright, so that's better. It'll just play the masked version. And bang. Sorry, I'm catching up with the chat now. I'm an art teacher and I wish I could do that. It would make life so much easier. You know, you can select all frames and select all strokes and delete them way faster than this process. Yeah, I merged them all so I could fill them. That's why, BetMonkey. So that I can apply a fill color. So then all you had to do was really kind of double click in some of the strokes, but it was fine. It took all of 5 minutes. Yeah. The merge command is great. I don't know if I think that must have shipped with Animate. I used to have it as an extension. Someone wrote a JSFL extension to merge layers and stuff, which came in really, really handy a long time ago for a project that had many more layers and strokes and shape tweening and stuff that I had to merge. A couple of projects. One was the brush, actually, that I've shown before. I'll pull it up again before I quit streaming. Where is it? Oh, did I lie? Hold on. It's on a different hard drive. I usually have it on this drive, on this computer. I am on the right computer, yeah. That's weird. Well, let's see if I have access to... Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'll find it. I just had to turn on an external drive that it is sitting on. Hopefully it'll pop up. Yep. There it is. I've shown this before in streams, but this is another sort of effects animation for a game, another game a long time ago, it was called Pyramid Solitaire. It was kind of an Indiana Jones based theme, archaeologist style solitaire game that took place in a desert, and we wanted an effect to clean off the face value of the cards. We wanted to have like a brush, cleaning them off like an archaeologist's brush. So I could have just drawn like a very flat brush and just kind of, zoomed it across the stage, panned it across or something, handed it off to the developers and have them code it, but I wanted something looking really realistic. And I had not much else work going on, but so what I ended up doing was using the same kind of technique where I had a stroke per layer, so I could shape tween them cleanly and come up with this kind of effect for the handle. Anyway, I wasn't really worried. I was worried about how I was going to do the bristles, but I decided to postpone that worry and figure them out later. You've played that game? Yeah, Pyramid Solitaire on gsn.com. Yeah, it's not even a 3D object. It's fake. It's just lines, right? So I can turn off some of these layers and turn them on one by one. You can kind of see. So here's the original sketch, and then I was tracing with the line tool just sections of it. Or I should say planes. I was looking at this in different planes. Planes. And then I was shape tweening as far as I could go. And I just made it work. And when I had the basic thing down, I can hide that original sketch layer. I mean, like, for example, the top of the handle is just an oval with a stroke, no fill, and it's just doing that. It's just going back and forth. Right, so then I had to merge the layers because I wanted to eventually get rid of these strokes after I filled it with color, with the fill color. So that's the whole reason. And then, I filled it with color, went in and double clicked and selected all the strokes and deleted them. And that's the brush without the strokes. Added a little bit of gradient just to vary the color, and I even went so far as to I've got a little bit darker in here as this thing turns in space, but anyway. And then I added a little bit of texture in here. I mean, I literally spent like a day or two on this one little effect. And then again, shape tweens just for the bristles. So this is all the bristles are. It's going really fast because the frame rate, I believe, is 60 frames per second, because the game was built in Animate using ActionScript, and they like a very fast frame rate, so the ActionScript gets triggered faster. So if I jog through it, you just see the shape tween from that to that. A little bit of frame by frame in here. You'll see the timeline's mostly frame by frame. That's because I eventually converted the shape tweens to frame by frame. So here's the handle. I even added a shadow for the handle part here. Right, it's on this layer, I think. No, that's the texture, then the shadow. So this little piece right here is just a shadow. It's just a shape with the gradient and alpha mixed in with it, just to add a little bit of depth. Alright, so then pretty near final thing. I had to cut into the bristles for a few frames to show that they split, to suggest that they're bristles. And yeah. And that was the final effect. That's funny you played that game. That's awesome. Anyway, yeah. Alright. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out. It was a very quick little stream I wanted to do, but and I can send this off to our dev house tomorrow and just say, hey, here's sort of what I'm thinking. And they'll have to emulate all this in 3D, but at least they have a talking point. I might even do another animation where it does something else, but I don't know. Anyway, that's it. All right. Obi-Wan Kenobi of Flash, which is now animated. I need to get back into building stuff. Thank you, Batmonkey. I appreciate that. I feel like I'm learning stuff all the time anyway, and I'm always trying to get better, and I like struggles. I like overcoming hurdles and problems. There's a lot more I wish I could do, but I just stay with it. Awesome, cool. Thanks for being here, Miss Luby. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll be back. I'll stream more. All right, later everyone.